You want to try it?
Is that hyphy juice?
Yeah, it's hyphy juice, Hennessy, Hypnotic.
What the fuck?
It's
That's
like
fire.
it doesn't taste like nothing like alcohol, right?
No, it doesn't. It's a creeper.
It's so dangerous.
It's a creeper. It's a sneaker. Oh no, dude. That's scary work. That's scary work.
It's spooky season.
That's spooky work, man. That's a creeper. Creep.
Okay, with that TLC.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
All right.
Oh.
It's on the song. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Average Employee Podcast. I'm your host Al, and we are in a parking lot. We're
Pimpin'.
parking lot
pimpin'.
out here. It low-key looks kind of criminal if somebody were to just roll up and just see us two people just like recording on mics. It would even look crazier if we had the lights.
Looks like we belong here. That's the funny part.
Like this is where our 9 to 5 job is.
What's up, guy?
Hey,
Hey.
how's work? I wonder if people are going to walk up to us though.
I'm pretty sure that at least one security guard will bend the block and kind of look, and then they'll bend again, and then they'll look twice,
and be like, "What the fuck?"
And then finally somebody will come out to frame and like tell us to go. Have you ever seen those like TikToks where people make them at Target? Like, are you on TikTok?
Yeah.
Oh, facts. I was gonna say don't be on TikTok.
Oh,
but like there's like this like Target like TikTok where like people like get ready for the day and they go to Target and grab their little basket.
Oh,
and
like the Target run?
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah, like the Drake song. So
Yeah.
there's one that is literally just. Oh, that's cool. There's one that is literally just like a guy pulls up and then another guy pulls up with his tripod and he's like, dude, why are you in the way of my TikTok video? And then the employee who's also recording a TikTok video is like, hey, you guys can't do that here. You guys gotta go. And it's like Inception because they're all doing the same video and they all show up in each other's video, but it's all like the TikTok Target run.
yeah.
So.
But the funny thing about the guy that does the Target run, he got a sponsorship by the NFL.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that guy that got that car's really loud. That guy that did the like straight full tripod did like he kept posting like Target runs and the internet was just flaming him saying he was mad cringe.
Yeah.
And then like at the end of like a month he posted that I got a sponsorship by
The guy in the gray hoodie.
Yeah, black dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Cause I was like, dude, there's no way I'm watching a video of you getting dressed and you're going to Target. Like, all right, bro.
And he's making paper now.
Yeah, like no, bro. That's not. I mean, no, good on him.
Yeah, but we would never.
But no,
I don't know. Maybe.
no. He should just come sit out here with the boys.
Yeah, just parking lot pimpin' with
Parking
us.
lot pimp with us.
Well, it is a new year. Again, it's been so long since I've seen you. So happy New Year.
Happy New Year, my guy.
As far as like with the countdown, did you do anything crazy or criminal or fun?
You know, I think this was the first year that New Year's Eve fell on a Sunday. Mm-hmm. So I think in my head, maybe like early 2023, I'm like, nobody's going to commit sins on Sunday night. You know, you might go to church.
Yeah.
What club is open past like a certain hour on New Year's Eve?
I can give you a few.
Yeah. No, were there? Because
I'm pretty sure there were.
Okay.
I know there was, like, again, now I don't go to clubs I don't even know the last time I went to a club, but
exactly.
I usually go to dive bars now.
Yeah.
Because they were always hella fun, but yeah, those were for sure open. Well, they're open in no matter what.
Oh, no, because, I mean, in my head, I'm like, what? Like, I mean, most, like, New Year's Eve things were, like, going on, like, Friday and Saturday.
Yeah.
So when I was like, ugh, Sunday, being up that early, New Year's Day being on a Monday, like, I don't really know. So I stayed in the house, got a bottle of Jameson, but the Jameson with the orange extract blend to it.
Ooh.
So you crack it open, you just get that fresh smell of oranges. And, like, you don't even really have to chase it if you don't want to. Yeah. Like, it's a creeper. It was a creeper.
I hate and love those drinks just because, like, you'll pound, like, 3 of them.
Yeah.
And then you're like, why am I spinning?
No, literally, like...
That's what this is. That's what this is.
No, like, literally, me and my girl were like, yo, we should just, maybe be moderate, get the smaller, 20 bottle of Jamie. And then we were like, nah, I got points. It's Bevmo. Let's just get the big
Yeah.
one and just see how it goes. And it was a creeper, man.
You always got to get the big one.
Dude, it was good. So yeah, no, to the bottle with a bottle of Jameson.
Hell yeah.
What about yourself?
So we went to Crystal's family's over in Hayward Hills.
Okay.
And then we were only going to stay there for a little bit because our boy was having like a little get together.
Yeah.
So we were trying not to get hammered just because we had to drive there. And then we're like, okay, we should leave because
What was the time on the watch?
like 10:40.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, we need to stop.
Minus 90 from countdown.
we need to go. We need to
go now.
Yeah, we have the green light. So we went there, and then there wasn't even a whole lot of people at our friend's house.
Okay.
But like I knew I drank too much.
So like what's the song where you're going from one place to another and like you're already like pounded. You're already in it. Mm-hmm. Like what is the song of choice to like keep the party going in between like on an intermission?
It's usually any angsty music.
Okay.
So Blink-182 is always going.
Facts.
I have been listening to a lot of Alien Ant Farm lately.
Oh. Alien Ant Farm.
Sorry for that loud ass noise.
Yeah, we're kicking it with John Henry right now.
Yeah, there's a Thomas the Train is rolling through.
Builds a railroad. We're fascists. Sorry, railroads have to still move.
I just remember that one movie where he has to, was it tunnel through the mountain? Him versus the train.
Yeah.
And then like the power and will of song will get you through with just two pickaxes, just fucking against the machine. I'm like, all right. That's how people don't want to use AI. I think that's how people feel about AI.
You can't control the flow of currency or the movement of railroads.
Right.
Okay, Mussolini.
Shows Anastasia movie.
Oh my god. Deep cut.
The funniest person in that movie was the Bat, though.
Because John Cusack playing
the Bat.
No, it's John Cusack really playing like a Russian dude named Dmitri. But he looks nothing like the dude.
Let's take every stereotype and just butcher it.
No, literally, like, dude, Anastasia's a classic.
Yeah,
too.
classic movie, but it's like, did we have to make it?
I was so mad when I learned that like the villain from that movie was Rasputin, and I'm like sitting there like, so I can't go to like the record store.
Yeah,
no more?
is this? Am I evil?
Can we only go to like Amoeba now to get our CDs?
If I can find it.
If I can.
I guess I have to go to Tower Records.
Oh, in the dark of the night, we go to Tower Records. You're like buying every CD from like Target.
Oh yeah, and then it's like triple the price. But then you go to Tower Records, it's like, or was it the other one? FYE.
FYE. Sam Goody.
You know where all those stores are still living?
Where?
Arizona. I took a trip to. Crystal and I took a road trip to visit our friend Shanty. Shout out to Shanty. Hi.
What's up, Shanty?
We took a road trip to Arizona. Yo, going there from LA, it's fucking weird. Like, it's just maybe one traffic light for like 300 miles and it's pitch black.
Yeah.
I was like, we better not stop. How are we on gas?
Were you taking like the 10 or what highway were you on?
To the 205 or something like that. We went straight through farmland. Yeah. And like on the way back, we saw our first palm tree farm. I didn't know that was a thing. Like it was just straight desert, then forest. And we're like, what the fuck is that?
You know what's funny? Like I feel like the maintenance on palm trees out here in like the Bay Area is like very high. Yeah. But then the maintenance down in LA is very cheap. Yeah. And then I wonder what is the maintenance of palm trees in like Hawaii?
Maybe none because they come from there.
Like, I always think about that. Like, why is the market so high in the Bay Area for palm trees?
I don't know why people really want palm trees.
They're a hassle.
Yeah, they drink so much water.
They do.
Yeah.
And they take forever to get to that height.
Yeah, I'd rather have, like, a pine tree.
Yeah.
At least they smell nice.
That's true. That's what's up, though.
Yeah.
Road trip to Arizona, facts. Put that on the bucket list.
Yeah, it was a fun one. We went to Joshua Tree.
Oh, always a good time.
Yeah, I didn't think I'd have that much of a great time when I went there. I was like, what are we going to do? It's a fucking desert. and they were just walking around. I also learned that we couldn't take Choji off the like 100 feet from the trail.
Why not?
It's like to preserve the wildlife. I guess.
Yes, the
I was like-
ecosystem.
I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
the
like Choji was
ecosystem.
just like staring at us from the car.
Like, what are they doing?
Don't leave me here.
Am I just gonna be here? I can still see you, but can you see? Can you see me?
I'm here. I'm here.
I'm here. Just letting you know I'm right here.
Yeah.
I have not moved. I moved from the front seat to the back seat to
Did-
the front
did
seat
they
to the back
forget
seat. They must have forgot me, but I see them, but they don't see me anymore.
He's a character. I feel like anytime he's with anybody else aside from us, he's like the sweetest dog. But then when he comes to hang out with us, he starts barking at Crystal and I. He starts jumping on us. I'm like, why are you so bad? Why do you hate us? we saved you.
Why do you hate your parents?
We so-
Don't hate us.
this is not the early 2000s.
He's angsty. He's in his angsty year.
Probably.
There you go.
He probably wants a Hot Topic gift card. He's going to show up with a random band tee that he doesn't know about.
Swoop.
You know, I've seen dogs with like the labs with the long hair.
Yeah.
And their owners cut it to have that
Oh,
fucking,
like the little.
the fucking swoop. Do you have any dog? Do you have any pets?
No. My story for why I don't have any pets or why I don't own a dog is because I am a dog.
Oh, okay.
So like for in my brain, it's like, hey, if you want to take somebody for a walk, like
We can go.
You just take me for a walk.
Yeah.
Like I dance for treats.
Yeah.
I could read to you. I could write you a sonnet. Like I can do
Oh.
a lot of these things.
Guess
Like,
a dog has nothing on you.
yeah, like dog has nothing.
You're just going to be at an animal shelter like, look at this. Posable thumbs, bitch.
You got a posable thumb. No, but I think also like for me, it's one of those things that like I also want to make sure that there's like an environment of like we're not missing steps because that's a very big like task
Commitment.
and like dogs like have like depression in dogs is like real.
Yeah.
It's a real thing. And if like you're not in a good place and you feel like you might not be in the best place for like your like day-to-day week-to-week kind of alignment,
Yeah.
like don't get a dog. Dogs are not there to solve your problems. They are there to soak up your love.
Yeah. Yeah, one thing I learned during like because I met some people that worked in like animal shelters.
Yeah.
After COVID, they got so many dogs back because
Yeah.
people got like the COVID dog.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, dude, why are humans pieces of shit? Like,
Because like it's always thinking of self and never thinking of like those next stages. So like
Yeah.
I hey, again, being a dog, you start to do a lot of research on just like what are your brothers doing, what are your sisters doing, how are they spending their time.
yeah,
But no, it is in the plans. Our plan is to like maybe go cat first, like save a cat from a shelter and then go dog,
Yeah.
because I feel like the cat will be the fourth parent in the household. Like,
Yeah.
hey, don't let bruh get out of control because that is your responsibility.
Yeah.
Like if I see Pete, I'm not gonna look at I'm gonna look at the cat. Like, hey, we talked about this. We all sat and read the manual. You can't let bruh get
it was
out of
on
control.
page 4.
Yeah. And then it's like we so right now we also do like kind of like not like take care of a feral cat. We just kind of like give him like room and board. So like he just like kind of lives like on the property, but he
gotcha,
also
gotcha.
is like the lieutenant of the property. So like if something's weird, he's like the first one to peep. Like it was like a stray dog was like kind of loose out of a gate. He
He's
was
the
first
local
one-
militia.
Yeah, he was like what's going on? Let me go check on my guy. Is he all good? Okay, looks like he's going to that block. I'll let the other lieutenant cat worry
Carry
about
on.
that. Yeah, so
You can also, so one of my coworkers, she told me she explicitly only adopts like senior cats. I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. Why? She's like, well, because you kind of skip all the, like, yeah, it's not a cute kitten, but you skip the multiple years of your cat being an asshole. And then you get into the cat that just what everybody wants. Like, it's super cuddly, it's very independent.
Yeah.
And it's not like knocking over shit.
Yeah. I feel like if a cat is a reflection of what we consistently output in energy. So if you're an asshole, like the cat's gonna just know being an asshole off rip. Like, cats are not assholes naturally. Dogs are not malicious naturally. They have to be taught those things.
Yeah.
Like, any child has to be taught those things. So if the cat's an asshole, it's because you've been an asshole in some
That's true.
way. Let that cat explore. Let them do their thing. Just don't let them have a secret family. I find that a lot of male cats have like secret families. It's almost like they're
they be cheating?
Yeah, it's almost like they're Dominican or something. Like, why does this cat have a secret family around the block? Like, what's
How
going
come
on?
they're always broke? They keep saying they pay child support. I don't get it.
Exactly.
Why are they Dominican?
Hey, if ain't cats are watching, take care of your kids, man. Live up to your responsibilities at that neighboring cat 2 blocks over.
That's not how public assistance works.
It's not. It's not. There's no welfare for cats, all right?
As far as we know.
As far as we know. No, like you can't use your food stamps on your cat.
Yeah.
They just won't let that happen. So just, each one teach one for the cats.
Yeah.
Love you too.
Love you.
There we go.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, dude, did you have any like New Year's resolutions? Was that in your plans this year?
Every year I always want to pick up something new, like learn something new. So this year I'm going into trying to learn 3 new things/skills.
Okay.
So like I just picked up like a DJ controller.
Ooh.
Because like all my friends, shout out to Lucas, they anytime like there's a function, they're always DJing. And I was like, that looks so cool. He's like, you should just try it. I'm like, oh, okay. And then Crystal one time at a party just hopped on and just started spinning.
Oh, she just went up there.
I was like, oh,
Got him the Serato.
that's what we have.
Facts.
And then me, I think the biggest downfall of me, like when I get into something, I'm an accessory ass dude. So we get like, okay, we
all
get
attachments.
we got to. Okay, we got to get the bag. Got to get these cool pads. Got to get what was there merch? What merch do I need?
Merch.
Yeah. So like, I got that, and so far the mixing's not that bad. Mystery told me to
Shout out to Mystery.
Yeah, shout out to DJ Mystery. Look him up. He's said we're gonna session one time.
Okay.
But then he wants me to record a mix, then send it to him. I still don't know how to record a mix yet. Just because I know how to mix it, I just don't know where to record it. Do I use my phone?
I was gonna say, okay, so you're in the Serato, but are you like using any of the tools from your computer?
I don't know if I haven't explored Serato enough to see if there's a record feature.
Okay.
Because I'd rather have that instead of maxing out my computer to pull up another program.
Facts. Shout out to external hard drives.
For real. I was thinking about that too. But I also need to just upgrade my computer. My computer is like 6 years old. Probably could use an upgrade.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah,
we'll get there.
Yeah, eventually.
We have to tackle the Serato first.
Yeah,
and then we'll get to
we have to figure out if I want to keep doing this.
Exactly. No, dude, it's a big time for that. I mean, like, like when I think about like mixes and when I think about where music is, it's like, how do you like generate kind of like where music is going? Because let's be honest, like music is really about to die. Like these artists are about to like literally be like, hey,
you think you the shit? You ain't even the fart. Boom.
Exactly. And like I think right now, like like just with how like important like live like shows are, how important like live mixing is, how fun it can be as well too. Like when you really put your energy into it, I feel like where we're going with music is we're going to have to start to cultivate our own like sound and our own vibe of what we want music to be. Because the artists that are out or the artists that have been out or the artists that say they want to come out, like they're gonna see the numbers, they're gonna see there's no money, and they're gonna be like, I'm out of this.
Yeah, it's funny how like you can see all these like random artists coming about and the beat will sound so cool, but then like right when they start lyricizing, it's just like, where did it all go?
Yeah. And it's tough, I mean, like art is subjective, but I feel like when the same thing happens in every market, when there's an oversaturation because there's money to make, it's the same thing as like stocks, or it's the same thing like Bitcoin, any other marketplace. If there's a way to exploit it, people will exploit it. When it runs out, it's kind of over with it.
Hi. It's called the Average Employee Podcast. Hey, I appreciate it.
Appreciate that.
Bye.
Thank you. Good night.
Sick.
Facts.
They're going to be like, wow, he hasn't posted since last year. I know I always say that, like, we always take these long-ass breaks, but fuck, man, like, life gets in the way. We're here now.
No, facts. And I mean, like, isn't life supposed to kind of get in the way of certain things?
Yeah, it does. Like, I think always in my mind, I was like, I want this to blow up, but also I want to just keep doing it because I want to do it, not because like I want to get like metrics up. Like, yeah, it'd be cool to like get a hella big following, and all of a sudden this blows up. But I don't want to. I need to stop putting that pressure on me, because then again, I probably won't post this for like another week.
Cultivating community.
Yeah.
How do we cultivate community? How do we
Old
engagement?
McDonald?
Yeah.
This community.
Old McDonald. This is
How do I get people to
To
always want to get a McChicken with cheese and Big Mac sauce at 2 a.m?
I thought you were going, how do I EIEIO this thing? That's it. My head immediately went to that little toy when we were younger.
spinning.
You spin it. And it's like, the cow says moo. It's like, how do I get everybody else to moo with me? That's immediately my head.
That'd be a cool ass DJ name. DJ EIEIO.
He's like, play that one Old McDonald song.
Got it.
You're like, the only one? Oh, yeah, I got
Yeah.
you. It's coming up next.
And it's Afro beats.
No, dude, that's a real thing. Like when you're talking resolution, talking like getting on the Serato, and like if you go into live like sessions and live like performances, there will be some guy who's like,
Fuck
yo,
it.
play that new Drake. You're just gonna be sitting there like, I mean, they all sound pretty new to me. Like which one does he want to hear? Now you're sitting there contemplating. You're like, no, dude, like just say yeah and then just walk away from it.
Am I listening to Drake or Anita Maximilian? His alter ego.
Exactly.
You know that line has broken into so much Jersey House. It's hilarious. And it's like, oh, this is kind of lit. I might need to play these at one of my sets.
You know, I always appreciate that one line that just like takes over like the set listings and the movement like of certain live shows. Like there's always just that one drop. Like this one dude, I don't know where he was. I think it was like in like Croatia, and literally it was just like the word like spice, and I was like, yo, spice?
Just the word.
Just the word. But then he's dropping the drops on top of like a Spice Girl song. So you're just like, oh, dude,
This makes so much
This
sense.
is so meta. Like,
Why am I having goosebumps?
it's like I know this song, but where's the drop coming from?
I don't remember them having 808s. Isn't this a Lionel Richie song? Oh my God, is he dropping Tyler the Creator with Luther Vandross?
Oh man,
That would be a sick.
there's actually this guy. I think his name is DJ Critical Hype, and he like took Andre 3000 and just took all his verses and put them all on like Tyler the Creator beats.
Oh, that sounds pretty sick though.
It's crazy.
How do you feel about Andre 3000's new music? How it's like all wind work and stuff.
I fucks with it.
And
the
I
only
was
reason
not expecting it.
The only reason why I say that is because I feel like while he was like, I went on a trip to Mexico and literally, shit you not, was eating breakfast with like my girl, and like we just see him walking down the street, and then we're looking up, we're like, dude, it's like 95 degrees out here. This man has a long sleeve on
And a beanie.
a Carhartt like orange beanie, and just woodwind, and he's just walking down the street vibing. I'm just like, there's no
I want
way.
whatever he's on.
Yeah, I'm like, there's no way that this is the guy. Like, and he's got the
Is this
woodwind in his
Bombs Over
hand.
Baghdad, dude?
But then you hear the album and you're like, no, bro, I definitely know where he was when he cut this, because this is the tune that's been in my head. But you know what's funny? He has 4 shows coming out here.
Oh, really?
4 shows. He's going to be doing 2 on a Wednesday, Thursday at like Bimbo's. And then he's doing...
What the fuck is Bimbos?
Yeah, Bimbo's 365, I think. Shout out to you. And then I think he has 2 more shows that same weekend. It's like February 22nd through like the 26th.
Oh, wow. How do you... I don't know. I can never follow like any time of these shows are coming out. I just see it on my story. I'm like, ooh, I should go to this.
Same way I find all tickets. Like literally, I get like notifications. I wake up at 8 a.m. It'll be like song kick is like, yo, some 41's coming, and they're bringing these people. You're like, what? How am I supposed to plan for this?
Yeah.
Like
How am I supposed to mentally prepare for this?
Like I've just prepared all my bills for like this month, And now you tell me that like
It's okay, we don't need
100,000
electricity.
Yeah, like 100,000 is coming out here. It's like, oh,
I
like,
can charge my batteries at work.
exactly. Like it's crazy.
Okay, speaking of concerts, we recently went to a concert together, but we weren't together.
Yes.
Kate Tronada.
Yes.
If you don't know who Kate Tronada is, look him up. He's sick.
You're living under a rock.
Yeah, living under a rock that's been buried and fossilized.
He's literally having one of the biggest years without an album right now.
And like, when was his last album?
So he did a joint project with Amine called Kate.
No, just him and by himself.
Bubba was literally 2019.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and he's doing great.
Exactly.
But let's talk about this show,
Dude.
Okay, what were your thoughts if you were to rate it 1 to 10?
What is your rating first?
I will say,
What's your rating first?
to seeing Kate Tronada and the whole experience, I'd probably give it a 6.5, 7.
Okay.
One, no fault to him, but the venue, it was just wet everywhere. And like the thing about Cow Palace is that they don't have stairs, they have ramps.
Yep.
And it's tile. So if you mix a ramp with tile and it's wet, you got damn near slip and slide.
Yep.
Like I was straight almost heeling down.
No.
I was like, I gotta, honey, I'm about to fall the whole way down. The vibes were cool. During when Anderson .Paak came out,
Oh, dude.
he had no right to throw down that hard. I was like, what? Is this the main show?
You know, I think the thing that was really dope, because I think you definitely got there before me because it was only like the first 6,000 that could actually go in the pit.
Yeah.
So I think that was dope because I was like, okay, Cow Palace is very huge. Like, how are they going to make sure that this is like crowd controlled the best way possible?
Right.
So when I seen like, okay, only the first 6,000 are in the pit, I'm like, well, the pit's very big. Like the Warriors used to play there like eons ago. So I was like, okay, that's a pretty good sized pit. That's a pretty good sized amount of people. But like when I walked in, they were like, yeah, the pit's already sold. I'm like, it's 9 o'clock. Like, did everybody show up hella early?
Were people camping?
Like, no. And then talking to my girl, her cousin was there. So more backstory on like Kate Tronada. Like, literally, we got Kate Tronada tickets back in 2020 before the pandemic, and then because the pandemic, like that was one of the shows that got canceled. Like I remember buying like tickets for that. It got canceled. We got our money back. Whatever. That's the reason why I knew about the show is because that same company AXS literally were like, hey, he's coming back. He's doing a New Year's Eve show. Here's the pre-order. I was like, oh, dude, like this is gonna be sick. Like we've been waiting 3 years. But like, just looking at the number of people on, and like when we walked in there, I think it was DJ Kitty Cash.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, dude, this is gonna be one of those shows that are going to go on till 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Because it's 9 o'clock, and like the opening act is still out. Like one of 3 opening acts is still out. I was like, oh, this is gonna be like an old school
actual
like live show, like live mix show. Like like I can't think of the last time I went to like a show like that. Like, when was the last time you went to a show that literally started at 9 and went to like 4 a.m.?
Nothing, never.
Exactly. Which, it's funny because in Cow Palace's history, those shows, like those all-night raves used to be a thing. Like, like my girl was telling me, like, no, like people would go to like one of these shows and they would just be there. And then you'd see all these people you would hear all these voices like 4, 5, 6 a.m. Because she lived over in Sunnyvale and like she would like hear them like leaving those venues. And I was like, whoa, like I didn't realize like this is the type of show we were getting in the end of 2023.
But then the thing is that it ended so early. Like I wasn't expecting it to end at like what? 1 or midnight?
What, the show?
Yeah.
No, dude, like he went on till by the time I left at maybe like 2:30 in the morning, he just brought Anderson .Paak back out during his set, and I was like, "Oh, dude!"
I don't know.
I was like, "Oh, dude, I'm gassed. I got to be at work at 8 a.m. I cannot stay to the end of the show. Sorry."
Yeah,
but hey, man,
it's tough going to work after an event, though.
It's tough.
It's like I used to be able to like go hard until like the sun came up. I'm like, oh, cool, go home, take a
Facts.
shower. But now it's like
Can't do
I
it.
don't want to accept it's because I'm getting old. I want to accept that it's because it's poor planning. It's because I'm not.
Nah, dude, we're getting old.
Fuck.
Like, we're getting old, dude. Like, I used to could go and, like, go to a show, go to a club after, and, like, go to work with, like, an hour of sleep.
Yeah.
Back when I was working at, like Costco, I could do that. Now, dude, the whole next
For
day.
the work that we do.
The whole next day, I had, like, acid reflux.
Oh,
My head was spinning. I maybe had stopped drinking at, like, maybe, like, 1 a.m. So I was like, oh, I'll be cool on the hangover side. But, like, nah, dude, the whole next day, like my hip was
Fried.
hurting. My hip
Now
was
you're-
hurting.
My hip, my sciatica.
Dude, my hip was hurting. Like, I couldn't my toes were all like really like
Oh, I hate
locked
that
in.
feeling.
It was tough, man. It was a tough day the next day.
Yeah.
I can't lie.
Yeah.
Good times though.
If you're wondering who this person is, this is Sean.
Hey,
We used to work together at the shop.
at the shop,
But now I moved on to like a corporate role
bigger and better things.
within the same company. Oh wow, the security guard didn't say nothing.
Hey, security guards, fire.
Hey.
Shout out to y'all.
But yeah, I remember the first time I met Sean was he was shadowing, and then I was just there vibing.
Dude, honestly, he was a vibe. He
Appreciate
still is a vibe, but like he welcomed me with open arms. I was like, this guy's gonna be my friend.
Yeah, I was
And
straight
then-
up like Creed.
Like straight up. And then like you were like, hey, I'm gonna come work where you work at now, and I'm like, oh, this guy's gonna be my best friend. Like,
But we
dead
out here to
ass.
get shit done.
Facts.
Get shit done and have a great time.
Facts. So going back
Yeah.
to the K Tronada show, what were the songs like in the whole like grand scheme of like that show?
Mm-hmm.
What were the moments that you were like, oh, I'm kind of blown away?
I think when he does that be your girl drop,
Oh yeah,
like hearing it and like seeing it in clips is
100%.
sick, but just being there with the lights going off, oh, whoever was sitting in the middle of the arena and watching it dead center, amazing. But my favorite part was when Anderson .Paak was thrown down, just because him with his wig just going off.
man. I think going even back to like the fact that he was literally doing that all off turntables,
Yeah.
which in like 2023 is kind of like, nah, bruh, because your set is gonna sound hella buggy and hella weird, and like the movements of like the sound, the audio, and like you're gonna be hearing like the needle drops and stuff like that. Like people were in there, and it felt like everybody was on coke near where I was at.
They probably were.
Because like when the needle would drop to something different, they didn't even know how to act. And he was like, dude, it's just my needle drop. Like, it's fine. I'm doing it live. Like,
Yeah.
And I think those things are like really dope when you can get those like live setups going, you know?
Yeah.
So,
I don't know how people have the ear for that. Like when people come up with like with remixes or like these transitions I can kind of understand.
Yeah.
But like when you're like taking two totally different songs at two totally different BPMs and you're like, hey, let's make an awesome sandwich. I don't know the thought process.
I you know, it's funny because I feel like you always can hear a song within a song because music only has 12 notes. So I think it's sometimes even hearing that one thing, you're like putting it in your brain to something else,
Yeah.
and they can be non-related but still have like this entire flow to it. But it's a gift.
Yeah.
It's God's gift to do that.
I didn't get that.
No, it's a gift, man. Truly a gift. Like I think like this that show might have been something that they may be workshopping to maybe do like in a bigger grand stage. Because even like what Songo was doing, I was like, dude, like I was literally like bowing down to Songo. I was like, dude,
Like
thank
we're
you.
not worthy.
Yeah, like thank you so much for like truly giving us this like very immense immersive experience.
Yeah.
That like you can't put that on a CD and sell it.
Yeah.
You can only do it and just hope that people word of mouth get that. Like Brazilian funk is the craziest
Who'd
thing
have
to
thought?
get people.
Who'd have thought?
Like I got put onto Brazilian funk back in like 2017, but it's something that like either you like it or you don't.
Yeah. And there's always like all these subgenres of that type of music.
Exactly.
Like I learned what I'm a piano is
exactly.
with Afro beats. And then when like Mystery was telling me, yeah, we're going to be playing some I'm a piano, I was like, what are you?
Who am I?
I'm a piano. I was like, no, you're not a piano. He's like, no, that's the name. That's the genre of the music. I'm like, why would they call it? I'm a piano. Are there pianos in it? I don't understand some of these genres.
Dude, like, and the genre was within genres are like, so like subgenres are like such a thing, like in like DJing, live shows, house, like
Then there's deep house and then
deep
there's tech house.
Yeah, like it's like there's it's like if this was Harry Potter, where does the Sorting Hat put you? Like, where does it actively put you?
We don't have enough rooms.
We don't have enough rooms. We don't have enough houses to house all of y'all. But like,
That's why there's a housing crisis.
That's why there's a housing crisis, because there's a music housing crisis, because we don't know where to put all these artists. So
and that's just in house.
exactly, man. Like it's crazy to think about.
But it's
crazy to think about.
It is something that I do want to learn, though.
Yeah. How we doing, man?
What's up? Oh, we can't?
All right. No
Okay.
worries.
We'll wrap it up. Appreciate you.
it. Thank you.
All right.
All right.
So we'll leave it at this. I think going into this new year, I'm going to approach it with learning something new. So I'm going to take on these 3 new skills. What about you?
I think for me, last year, my mantra was really like, how do I get like a lot of like quality time with like my girl? And I think this year I really want to focus on quality time like with my family, like not to like make this like super depressing, but like my aunt just passed away this weekend, and I kind of deal with death very weirdly. Like, I like to be like as distant as much as possible, but sometimes I think like when you give that time like family wise, that quality time, I think like then it can make like those transitional moments in life or in death like a little bit more like impactful and not as much like of a depressive like load. So I think this year is really like reconnecting and quality time with families, man. Like when you think about like a pandemic, like that took us out like 3 years in some aspects. So I think it's this year. That's really where I'm putting my energy to, quality time with folks and family.
I'm with that. Well, Sean, I want to say thank you so much for coming on the show.
Appreciate you, my guy.
All right, this is the Average Employee Podcast. I'm your host, Al, and as the security guard told us, it's time to clock out. Peace.